Hello everyone, welcome here, welcome to my channel, welcome to me. I decided to do a reading for you guys today. My own energy has been a bit compromised these days. I normally do not get sick. I have not been sick for a very long time, and I'm very proud of that. And I usually do not mention it, and the other day I mentioned it. I was like, I do not get sick. And my body reacted, I would like to think. Either way, I feel very good. I am glad to connect here. I hope this message finds you when you need it, and I send you blessings, prayers. As we tune into the divine forces, divine energy, I'm asking archangels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit, ancestors to come through. What does my collective need to hear today? What does my collective need to hear today? Anything that my collective needs to hear today. In love and light, in love and light, in love and light. In all lights, all are welcome. Everything is welcome. We do not shy away from shadows. Shadows are welcome as well. So the messages that are coming through here today is that if there are any belief systems, thought patterns that you have had about yourself, limiting thoughts about what you're able to do or not, are now outdated. You are ready to let go of these belief systems about yourself and any limiting idea that you have had that comes from the past and past selves that you're now healed from or merge into your higher self. So you are ready to own your own power and let go of these false narratives. And sometimes that also comes with letting go and cut cords and cleanse with people that used to resonate with you, but that no longer resonate because they resonated with an unhealed version of you and aspects of you that are now healed or that are now held within yourself. So they do not resonate with other people's aspects that resonated with them, if that makes sense. So when we heal and when we grow on this journey, it is inevitable, I don't know how to spell that word, to let go of people that used to resonate with the broken parts of ourselves that are now held within ourselves. It's like we have these shadow selves within our facets, within our wholeness, that used to be broken or traumatized or left out, or wherever that stems from, whatever trauma in the past that stemmed from. When we take back our power to ourselves and love ourselves fully, that comes with letting go of people and situations and past versions of ourselves that do not serve our higher self or higher timeline or our future anymore. And that also comes with a lot of grief. So it is very important to, as you surrender these outdated beliefs about yourself, you also give yourself some space and some time to grieve those aspects of yourself that you once used to identify yourself with. It is like a rebirth. When we go through these initiations, things happens in our life that push us through this initiations processes, and that comes with a lot of grief, because after these initiations, sometimes, or most of the times, we have to give ourselves time and space to get to know ourselves again, because suddenly you don't resonate, you don't cooperate like you like you used to. And it is very important to show yourself compassion when you go through these processes, because it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. You get to know yourself, and people want to drag you back to how they used to resonate with you. And since you share that resonate, since you share that, you used to share that vision of yourself with them, so that can make you feel like you're trapped with in between, like in between how you used to see yourself with them, how you used to share the belief systems about yourself with them, and how you now view yourself in your higher version, or in your higher light. So it's a lot to take in for you and for your environment. So show yourself compassion, and it doesn't matter what people think. You don't owe anyone any explanation. You don't have to explain something. You're still integrating yourself. You're still getting to know this new version of yourself. You are still getting to know how to fit in your new life, how to fit in these new emotions, these new updates, this new found things that some things you used to don't like, now you like. Some people you didn't resonate with, now you resonate with. It's a part of the journey, it's a part of the process, and some people will get mad, but it's okay. It's a part of their grief process as well. And everybody, we have to show ourselves compassion and show ourselves love when we go through these processes. And as we do so, it also gets easier for us to show that compassion to others and understand where they come from, because they used to have access to a part of you that do not longer exist. Like it's a death and rebirth process. So it's okay. It's okay for them to feel like that. But surrender to that habit of people pleasing. The card says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So it is your time to focus on yourself and to ask yourself, sit with yourself, check in with your heart, check in with your body, check in with your mind, check in with the fullness of who you are, and ask yourself questions like, how do I feel right now? What are my needs right now? It doesn't matter if they get mad. It's okay to be mad. It doesn't matter if people talk about you. It doesn't matter if people are questioning you. It doesn't matter. They are entitled to their feelings. Their feelings and their equation and their projections of how they expect you to be to fit into their narrative has nothing to do with you. It's two different paths. It's two different things. So surrender the habit of people pleasing. Let go of that. Let go. And in love, you just surrender and you let go to that. And trust that everything is exactly as it should. And when we go through these things, it is hard because it's so much happening. So it can be hard to just surrender and trust the process, because we're just in that process. It is like you're in the storm. But that's exactly when you just should release it and trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. And even though you don't have the full picture at this now moment, at this given time, you will. And when it's over, when it's all settled, you will understand why it happened exactly as it did and why it had to. Because there's nothing to be afraid of. It's a natural process of the journey. It's a natural process of life. You have nothing to be afraid of. You are held, you are loved, you are accepted, you are unique, you are needed. You know, opinions are just opinions. Some people are committed to misunderstand you because they want to, you know. Some people are committed to just be against everything you say because they cannot accept it. It's not their part of their journey and they cannot accept it, so they will just project their insecurities and their limits onto you, and you don't have to accept that. You don't have to receive that. You can just turn it off and let it go, you know. Wish them well and just let it go. Cut the cords and let them go. I feel that this is a time for you and for me, for all of us in the collective, to surrender to rest and sleep. Right now, it's a time of the full moon. It's a time of letting go and just rest and just rejuvenate our bodies and let it go and flow. We sometimes we think that progress is in the doing, but progress actually happens in the slowing down, in the stillness. When you tune in to your stillness, when you tune in to your resting space in the middle and just rest and just sit in and sink in, that's actually in that space where you find all the answers that you need at this right moment, at the given time. What was I about to say? At the given time? I don't know, whatever. The card says, to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Yeah. So one last card here. Surrender to your full power. I like this card. This is, I think, the second time it comes out in a reading this week. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Why do we always play it small? You're not small. You're a perfect projection of the higher version of you, of God, of you're like a miniature of higher powers. Like you are a co-creator with source energy. You're not small. There's nothing about anyone that are small. What keeps you small are your outdated belief system or what other people told you you were. And other people will only perceive you as deep as they perceive themselves. That means when you try to step into your full power sometimes and you are surrounded by people who do not accept that for themselves, who do not let that energy go out from themselves, if you're around people that always play it safe, that always keep within the box, they will try to do their everything to make you stay in your box as well. Because if you go out of the box, it will project to them what they have the potential to do and be. And people who do not like change do not like that. And so that makes them project onto you that you must be the problem because you're not staying in your lane. And honestly, that is how most of the societies are built in this society we live in today, in this world we live in today. Everyone has to stay in their lane, and some people who breaks the mold gets excluded and talked about and projected on. But guess what? It's those people that change the world. So you know what? I'm up for it. I hope you are too. If not, I hope you are being brave. I hope you approve of yourself. I hope that you keep pushing forward towards stepping into your full power. Even though you do not feel that you have the support you need, it will come. If you step into your full power, you would find people who sees you. You would find people who wants to support you. You would find people who mirror themselves with you because they see themselves within you. So I highly recommend that. I love this deck. Even the deck is the Power of Surrender cards. So beautiful. So I will get you some few advices before I close off this reading from this crystal ball oracle deck. I like to use this card sometimes. They're very few. It's just as a finisher. What does my collective need to hear right now? Holy Spirit, Archangel guides with eyes white light. I'm asking for guidance for my collective right now. The last messages, thank you. You're going in the right direction. How beautiful isn't that? Keep on going. You're going in the right direction. Trust yourself, believe yourself, surrender your fear, surrender your trust, rest more. Don't care about what people say about you. Do not care. Do not absorb it. You can absorb it, observe, but not absorb. Absorb. And just surrender the outdated belief system you have about yourself, because you are amazing. I'm sorry if people do not tell you that more often. I bet people think it, but do not share it. And if no one told you today, you're special. You're amazing, okay? Don't you ever forget that. Okay, it was not a question asked, but the guides, I'm asking the guides for one more message. And again, as every other card of surrendering said, this is one more card about letting go. Let go. And you see, when you let go of all of these versions, what happens? You will become this beautiful butterfly and step into the fullness of which is you. The fullness into your own reality. The fullness to step into the whole reality within your own multiverse, because you're a multidimensional being. You're so much more than what they told you you are. You're so much more than what they told you you could be or not be. You're so much more. You're literally limitless. I cannot stress that enough. So thank you if you listened the whole video. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that you let me tune into your energy and to read for you this afternoon. I don't know wherever you are in the world, but wherever you are, I wish you a pleasant day. I wish you a blessed day. And I'm sending you love and light. Blessings. Thank you.